The end of 2024 will absolutely blow your mind. It is not going to end the way that you expect it to end. The way 2024 has been, the way the past few months have been, things are going to go on a sharp incline, exponential growth. Exponential, here's the word for you today: clarity. You're going to receive so much clarity on who you are, why you're here, and why your existence matters. Let's get into it. Because a lot of people, they're in the car like I am right now, and they're giving a word from God. But things just don't happen, right? We have to change our frequency. We have to change up what we're doing. We have to believe in order to receive, and we have to do different things so that we can be a receptacle for better things to happen in our life, right? So here are 3 things to ensure that clarity can come into your life so that you have the information. And once you have information, then you can get in formation. You can get in alignment and take aligned action to prosperity and the destined place that God has set out for you. If you're watching this, you probably know deep down in your heart that you are a very special person and that you are here to attract a beautiful life and to have purpose and impact, right? But what has been lacking lately is clarity. So how do we get and achieve this clarity? Number 1, ask better questions. Instead of saying, God, why does my life suck right now? Why do I just doom scroll at night? Why have I not gotten anywhere? And I felt from a very young age that I was supposed to already be successful, already have an impact, already have a huge following or an audience. Those aren't helpful questions. Someone put it this way: when they ask God the question, why, they hear God laugh. And you can probably tap into this yourself if you're someone who's devoted to prayer. When you ask the question, God, why is this happening? You can almost feel this space of absence, right? You can almost feel that there's no momentum there and there's no insight there. There's no information there. But when you ask the question, God, how can I move forward from this? How is this contributing to my vision? How is this preparing me for what you have set apart for me? Then the mind starts to go. Then you are actually open to receive an answer that will propel you and put you on the right direction. So instead of asking disempowering questions, ask yourself empowering questions, right? Instead of asking yourself, why do I not think I'm good enough for this? Why do I feel like I'm always going to fail? Ask yourself more productive questions, more solution-focused questions, right? Law of attraction says what we place our focus on, we get more of. So if we're more solution-focused rather than problem-focused, well, we're going to get more solutions. So ask yourself, God, what are the next steps? What are the next steps to me fulfilling this grand destiny, right? What do you want me to create next? That's a beautiful question right now for you to ask. God, what do you want me to create next? Because if you ask God, what is my purpose? The tendency is to attach purpose to this one thing when the reason you're here is to simply be a creator, right? To create many different things. You've probably seen this in your own life. And so if you're asking God for a single purpose, you might overly identify and attach with, let's say, a YouTube channel. But by the time you're meant to move on, you're going to be in a headspin. You're going to be like, wait, I thought that was my purpose. Now, what is my purpose, right? Your purpose is simply to create. So ask yourself, God, what do you want me to create now? That is a very empowering question. Okay. Step number 2, silence. And the irony of just hearing a little honk in the back, right? Silence and solitude. See, solitude isn't just nothingness. Solitude is a space where you can really connect with yourself, where thoughts come down. Solitude isn't isolation, and isolation isn't always a bad thing. When we're in the midst of other people, even if you're in the same house, you are unconsciously attuning yourself, especially if you're an empath. And if you're watching this, you probably are an empath. You're unconsciously attuning yourself to the emotional needs of other people around you. And you're unconsciously adjusting your behavior to fit the social norms of that environment. So because you're constantly attuning, there's a decrease in authentic expression. Dr. Joe Dispenza puts it this way: when you're in solitude, there's more energetic coherence in your body. You could probably tell that by the way I'm speaking. I've spent the last few hours alone by myself in this car, right? Silence is huge too. In the 7 Laws of Spiritual Success, Deepak Chopra says, begin every single day with an hour of silence. Just create space. Create space. I'm not saying eliminate music. Like, I drove an hour today with no music and it was really difficult, but reduce music. Reduce the noise as much as you can. The point is to be intentional about making space so that you can actually receive a message from God, right? So when you have solitude and you are not constantly attuning to the emotional needs of other people, and you create silence for yourself so that you can actually listen and you can set apart your own thoughts from divine intervention and divine wisdom, that's when clarity will strike. And then last but not least, reframe your current circumstance and your past circumstances. See, there is no such thing as an experience wasted. God redeems everything. There's no such thing as a wasted season in your life. Everything that you've been through is going to compile, and it's going to make sense, and it's going to contribute and add value to your next step, to what you want to create next. But the very moment you start to think, no, that was a waste of time. No, that past career didn't pan out to anything, or I shifted careers, so that doesn't really matter. No. Every experience is going to build upon the last, and it's going to culminate into you being this multidimensional, super creative, super experienced individual who is uniquely designed and fit for the calling of your life. But that starts with qualifying events in your life that you are scared to look at. Events in your life, circumstances in your life that you are embarrassed to say that, yeah, I was the person behind that camera. Yeah, I was the person behind that business, even though it failed, even though I didn't feel the call to continue it. Reframe those experiences as, this was a stepping stone. This helped me understand marketing. This helped me understand the importance of networking and building authentic relationships. There is gold in every single moment. Every single season in your life is invaluable. And even those wasted moments, God can redeem. And when you have this clarity because of these 3 steps, 2025, you're going to be on the straight and narrow path. And that's going to be another video for 2025 on continuing on the straight and narrow path, because it will be difficult. But because you have a flashlight, because you have higher vision, higher wisdom, because of this higher sense of clarity, you're not going to be led astray, and you're going to be walking towards the destiny that is fit for you. If you enjoyed this, I'm going to be dropping videos very often. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope this gives you peace, encouragement. Have a blessed day.